Representative Burleson has introduced a very important resolution referred to as the Taxpayer Protection Act. The purpose of the act is to do exactly what the title says, to protect the taxpayers of the state of Missouri from runaway growth in government spending.
It provides a limited but reasonable growth for state spending. And I believe that as we, as taxpayers, have limits to what our growth and our spending should be, so should our government.
And if the state were to do that, we would have a lot less trouble finding places to cut money when we have bad budget years. This really does protect those programs that we feel are necessary, and we think it's a good, wise move to put money back when you have money so that you can use it when you don't.
It says, let's take the state of Missouri, let's get a hold of our spending, let's cap it, let's put restraints on it, so whatever happens in the federal government as they blow up the debt, as they overspend, as they have been for the years, we in Missouri can take control of our resource, take control of our budget.
I spent 4 years in the State House and now 6 years in the State Senate. Throughout my time in the House, I served all 4 years on the Budget Committee. In 2005, I was the chairman of the House Budget Committee. And what I witnessed during my time working with the House, or working in the House, chairing the budget, and now my time in the Senate, is even though we have, in theory, a revenue cap in our state, the reality is there were mechanisms that were put in place in the late 90s and early 2000s that essentially allowed politicians to spend outside of those revenue caps, and they've done it through tax credits.
I, like you and Representative Burleson, believe that the state of Missouri needs to live within its means, that it should only grow its budget by a limited amount because families and businesses certainly have to live within their means. What the Taxpayer Protection Act will do is put a limit on that year-to-year growth to slow the growth in state spending down so that the state of Missouri does not send you the bill should disaster occur.
And the reality is we now spend approximately $600 to $700 million per year off the books. So even though there was a legitimate initiative put forward by the people of the state that said we're going to cap the rate of government growth by capping revenues, the reality is it hasn't happened. And the only way that you're going to actually rein government in and truly make it live within its means is to have a spending cap.
And so when we look to the future, and that the days of positive budgets return, that we have in place a mechanism at which future politicians and future elected officials can't spend our dollars.